Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. My name is 3-Chord Dave and today we are going to talk about some new guitars, and it's been a little while since we did that, so let's get into it. So yesterday, of course, I saw that Andertons and Chicago Music Exchange had a live stream planned for today where they were going to tell us about some brand new guitars, an exclusive reveal, if you will. And of course, that took place today around 4 p.m. Irish time. I think it's still going because they were talking about all kinds of rubbish. But listen, look, guys, what you got to do is get a bit of paper, plan out your video. You know, I've got it all planned out here for my video. Plan it out and then you know what you're doing and how long it's going to take. It's all good. But they were talking about football, they were talking about celebrities, they were talking about all kinds of things aside from guitars. But they did talk about the guitars eventually, and I do have all of the details for you right here. Now, these guitars are Fender Special Runs, or FSRs, and those are limited edition, basically, Squier guitars. They're all classic vibes, all of the guitars that came out today, which, if you know anything about Squier, it's kind of like the upper echelon of Squiers. So it's like the top tier Squier that they have. So what'll happen is you can change the colors apparently on Squier classic vibes, but you can't change any specifications from whether it's a 60 spec or a 70 spec or a 50 spec. You can't change the pickups, you can't change the neck, you can't change anything like that. But you can change the colors, the paint and stuff like that. And that's essentially what they have done here. And just in case you don't know, Chicago Music Exchange or Andertons, they are both available to check out online. They both have their own YouTube channels where they post a lot of videos about guitars and stuff that they are selling. So of course, they never make a video saying, hey, this guitar is crap, but you know, they do some pretty interesting stuff as well. I really like the sound-alike videos that Andertons do. And Chicago Music Exchange, where people like Richard Fortus from Guns N' Roses are selling off a load of guitars as well at the moment. So you can check that out on their page too. On Reverb as well, I believe they have those listed. It's pretty cool stuff there, but let's take a look at these Fender Squier Fender Special Runs that these two have worked on together. So this very beautiful looking guitar here is a 60s classic vibe, a metallic black Telecaster thin line. Yeah, it's got an anodized pickguard in silver, which is really nice. It really does pop out from the guitar. And of course, the thin line is a semi-hollow bodied guitar. So usually what you would get in it is some humbucker pickups, but no, this actually has a more traditional style telly bridge and pickup selection. Very nice looking guitar all around, something a little bit different. Of course, it has 60s specs as well. So those pickups, they're fairly generic. It says Alnico pickups, but it doesn't say anything else about them. So, and in fact, that's what it says across the board for these pickups, just Alnico pickups, which obviously doesn't give away a whole lot, but hopefully you're going to get some good sounds. The playing demo they did on the live stream, it sounded pretty good, but you know, they're running through very expensive amps and lots of pedals and stuff like that, so it's hard to tell. But definitely the metallic black, it looks really cool. Lee from Andertons said that it looked a little bit like the Texas Toast finish, which is on some of the more expensive end of the Fender market at the moment. But yeah, look, it looks really nice. So this black and silver kind of guitar finish looks fantastic. And it's not the only Telecaster in the lineup. In fact, the next guitar is the very same guitar, but just a different finish. So it's a butterscotch blonde with a black pickguard. And yeah, it's essentially the exact same thing, exact same specs. Nothing is different at all except for the finish. So both of those guitars are coming out. They should be in stock by the end of May, and you will see them for sale for around about £399 in the UK. Of course, that'll translate to about $499 in the US of A. And then in Europe, I don't know, because they got to take off all the tax and put on the EU tax and the whatever. It's money. They're going to cost money. And of course, what would a release including Andertons be if there wasn't a purple guitar? In fact, we've got two. So, you know, they've really outdone themselves there. But this one you will see is a Stratocaster. It is again the 60s vibe, classic vibe from Squier. And it is a purple metallic with a tortoiseshell pickguard, which actually looks kind of nice. And I'm not a big fan of tortoiseshell pickguards myself generally, but this does look good. It pops really nice off that purple metallic finish. Standard 60s, standard Stratocaster setup. So you've got Alnico pickups, and then you've got a standard Stratocaster electronics. So you've got what I believe is a 5-way switch here, and you got vintage style tremolo as well. All in all, a very nice looking Stratocaster with a very nice looking finish and pickguard. So if you're into the whole purple guitar, and I do have a purple guitar from Andertons here, so I did fall into it at one point, but you know. But this might be the one for you. It looks really nice and it's a classic vibe. So, you know, those are competing with the lower end fenders like the Player series and so on. And continuing the purple trend, and in fact also the tortoiseshell pickguard, the same combo, have come together in this very interesting looking Jaguar. It's a 1970s Jaguar from Squier here, and it looks absolutely fantastic. Of course, this has traditional Jaguar electronics, and it also has a shorter 24-inch scale length. The Alnico pickups are, of course, surrounded by that metallic claw thing that they do on Jaguars for some reason, which I've never really understood, but they do them, and that's all very good. Traditional electronics of a Jaguar as well from the 70s on this one. So yeah, you can go ahead and pick that up if you're a Jaguar fan, or if you just want a really cool looking purple guitar. Again, the metallic purple and the tortoiseshell looks absolutely fantastic on this, and it's a 60s setup. So again, should be very cool. Looks like Andertons will have both of those models in the purple ones for about the £379 range. Chicago Music Exchange will also have them for those of you in the USA and Canada. And yeah, it's a pretty cool, they're pretty cool looking guitars. They should be in stock by the end of May, I think. Now, if you like the Jaguar, but you're not sold on purple, maybe you are sold on the pink. And here is a 60s Jaguar that has been released in the shell pink, which is obviously going to appeal to people who don't like purple, or people who just like pink, whatever. But these are nice guitars. There's only two things really that are different from the Jaguar, the 60s, 70s one that we did before, and that is, it's basically the finish. So you've got the purple, or the pink instead of the purple. You've got a mint green pickguard, so obviously not the tortoiseshell one, so that's one change. And then you've got the painted headstock as well, the matching pink painted headstock on this 60s style Jaguar. Jaguar, whatever you want to call it. I call it Jaguar really, so sorry. So yeah, those are coming in at $3.99 in fact for that one. So it's €20 extra for the painted headstock. Okay, so this is a Fender Bass 6, so you don't see those flying around too often, and really interesting choice there. Now again, it's in the shell pink, and it is the same as the Jaguar. It has a matching painted headstock, so that's pretty cool. And listen, the fact that it's a Bass 6 is special enough. They do not get released very often. Now what makes it a bass? Well, it's got a 30-inch scale length, that's right, which is basically a short scale bass. So that's why. And the tuning for this would be somewhere around about an octave lower than a standard E-tuned guitar. Basic info on it, you got 21 frets, you've got a Alnico pickups, of course, 3 Alnico pickups, and this is a poplar body, as I think most of them are actually poplar bodies. So pretty cool stuff from Andertons and the Chicago Music Exchange there, guys. Some new guitars, which, I mean, they've been thin on the ground lately, to be quite honest with you, apart from Gibson's once in a while announcements, but nothing really in the affordable range has come out in quite a long time. So nice to see 6 brand new guitars available under €500, and hopefully there will be more of this coming soon. I am expecting those Epiphones from Slash to drop any day now. Literally, it could be any week. I heard May was when they were going to come out, so keep an eye out for those, guys. Definitely going to be interested in those ones. But I'd love to know your thoughts on these Squier Fender special runs from Andertons and the Chicago Music Exchange. Please leave your comments in the comment section down below, and don't forget, if you haven't done it yet, please subscribe to the channel, because that really does help me out. And it's been a pleasure, guys, talking to you today. I'll be back again with a new video all about guitars on Saturday, so make sure you click that bell, and I'll see you then.